Hi, friends! Today is Wednesday, March 3rd, and I am very behind on these videos, but we're gonna just jump right in. So, a few updates, just based on like what I was sharing with you before. I talked about changing up my eating like patterns for like different months. So for this month, I'm gonna be going gluten-free. So I'll keep you posted. It's already proven to be very difficult. It's been really hard to get into the flow of being gluten-free because gluten is in everything. And yep, I've I've been failing every day at this. But tomorrow's a new day, so I do have a plan for tomorrow. I did get a grocery order, and none of it has gluten, so we're on a good start. And we'll just go from there. So yeah, there's that. That's my eating habit thing. And I did write down, actually, the next 3 months. This way I kind of have, like, a plan. And that plan includes telling you guys so that I can be held accountable. And start with writing it down. So March is going to be gluten-free. April is going to be no dairy. May is going to be vegan. So that's going to really just kick out, like, no butter and what else? Oh, like, no eggs also. And what else changes in there? No butter, no eggs. I don't eat a lot of, I eat a mostly pescatarian diet anyway, so it doesn't change a whole lot. I guess I guess it means I'll be eating no seafood in what is that, April? No, May. Alright. Oh, okay, so March is no gluten, April's no dairy, and May I kick out all the seafood. So we'll see at the end of each month, or at the end of each month, I'll give a recap to how it went, and stay tuned. Y'all pray for me because this is a test of my discipline, and it's not that great because it's been a long time since I've been eating that strict, by those strict boundaries. I'm not doing so great. So, pray for your girl. But I'm determined. Tomorrow's a new day. We're going to do better. We're going to get into that flow, into that rhythm, and move forward. So, I have written down here. I'm going to try and reference it in my upcoming videos because I think the more I talk about it, the more I'm held accountable. Yep. So, we'll see how that goes. Another update. I got my skates. So, they came with this, like, Amazon trial thing. So I had them for a few days. I just put them on today and laced them up. I didn't go anywhere because my arm is still it's still bandaged. It's still fully healing. And so my nurse friend doesn't want me to be skating until that's fully closed and fully healed, because what if, I don't want to fall on that arm and do more damage. So because I respect her knowledge, because I am not a nurse and I'm not going to school to be a doctor, I'm going to just trust what she says and hold off going skating. But I did get some offers for people to teach me to skate, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, it's going to be really good. And, finances was something else we talked about. And I don't know if I mentioned here, I took out a loan for this investment I was making. And I got the loan right in time, made the investment. And it was wonderful because I got the loan at the same time my tax return came. So I actually had, for a few weeks, I had like more money than I expected at one time. So I was able to pay down my credit card, and I was able to finish paying on that investment. And I just had my first due date for the loan repayment is, I think it's Saturday or Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so it's this upcoming weekend, and I paid it yesterday. So the way the loan is set up, and this is just loans in general, it's like, it's not a great loan in terms of interest rate, in terms of like repaying things back, but it was, my credit was not great, and so it was the loan that I could find. I'd been looking for a while, and this is the loan that they afforded me. And I said, all right, we're going to go with it. And I was like, I'm just going to pay it back early. That's my plan, because I don't want to pay, as it stands, what I would end up paying back in interest is like 120% of what I borrowed, right? So I don't like those numbers. Like when I think about the amount I'd be paying back, I don't like it at all. And so my goal has been to pay it back early. So my monthly payments right now are $101. And so this week I paid $150. My plan is to keep going at that rate and to really try and put more on it as much as I can, because I want to pay it back early. One, because I hate being in debt. And two, because it improves my credit score, showing that I can be responsible and paying these things off, and puts me in a better position to do another loan if I want to do something for my business or make another investment, which I'm already planning for later this year. So I'm really excited. There's like that part of me that's nervous. I don't like, sorry, you see this glare? It's bugging me. But I don't like, I'm trying to move it. All right. I don't like owing money. I don't like it. The idea of loans, they just don't sit right with me. I hate them so much. Ever since college, I've been like, never again. And this is my first personal loan that I've been taking out. I don't love the feeling, but it's done, and it was for a good purpose. I'm excited to move forward and pay it off. And just even this is like working on my credit score, working on debt. My credit card balance right now is like, I think $40, which is great. What I want to do is just delegate that to like my cell phone bill, right? Like that's the only thing I want to put on my credit card. That way there's something that's being done every month. It's a fixed amount, and I'll just keep paying it off. Again, to show creditors that I can be trusted, that I can make regular payments, and that I'm not going to be just spending money recklessly. So I'm really excited. And with some of the extra money that I had, I was able to pay ahead of like, I think our like utilities, right? So utilities are due in 2 weeks. I paid them 2 weeks early. A few other bills that are just like some outlier bills, I was able to pay them early. This way I can kind of, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck in March, you know? So I'm really excited. And then living gluten-free also helps because I have a very strict set of what I'm eating, which my friend and I were talking about this. When I am just cooking for me, I can eat the same thing over and over and not care. I love to cook. I love to bake. But what I love about it is the people. It's the time I do it with people. It's cooking for people. It's the excitement of like, I hope they like it, and just making something for somebody else that I love. But what if it's just me? I have my same basic things that I like to make, and I'm cool with that. But I think being on this stricter eating regimen also helps save money, because I'm not getting like extra stuff. It's just very basic, like fruits and vegetables, essentially, because gluten is, like I said, in everything. So that's another area I'm looking to like spend less. And then I need to print out my budget so I can have it before me and like see it and just be reminded. I plan to have some things taken care of in June, and yeah, I'm really excited. So I'll let you know what I can share, but some of it you'll just have to kind of wait and see. But I'm excited. There's still so much that, just a lot of transitioning stuff happening. Some stuff I don't even know what's the next step in, but I'm down for the ride. Still like identifying different areas of fear in my life and fighting against them, not letting it settle in. And I did this posted on Instagram. It said, fear is not your friend. And that came because there was this thing I wanted to do, and I was afraid to ask permission. I was afraid to run it by somebody and see what they'd say, for fear they'd be like, no, that's not a good idea. And I put it off a couple of days. I've been thinking about it all week, and I finally did it and just asked, and they were like, yeah. And it was so simple. Like, I worked it up in my mind to be this like grandiose thing, and like, oh, you know, what if this? And like, this is what happens. If I let fear in, I like will play all these thoughts and these conversations and whatever, and build them up to this bigger thing. And so I was like, just sitting there on the couch thinking like, Lord, what a waste of time to engage fear, you know, like to welcome it in for even a moment. You know, pythons, slowly but surely, they're choking the life out of you. Like, and it becomes like they squeeze you and crush you till you can't move. And it's like anytime, if I understand correctly, it's like when you move to like get room, they get tighter. That's how fear is. To me, there are times where it seems like fear would be something that I put on for protection. You know, like, well, I won't get hurt, I won't get disappointed, or I won't be let down if I just do the safer route, you know. And really, I'm thinking this is a good thing, this is wisdom, and the whole time it's fear, because I just don't want to put myself out there or be at risk for vulnerability or hurt or whatever. And so I'm thinking like, okay, this is wisdom, I'm doing the smart thing, I'm just playing it safe, and it's like crushing me. I just was reminded today that fear is not something to play with. It's not something that I should entertain at all. At all. So, yeah. It's always good to be reminded of that. Until my default is not fear, until my default is faith, I have to keep reminding myself. It's like anything. Like, anything I'm learning or trying to reinforce, I have to keep saying, keep practicing, keep acknowledging over and over until it becomes like straight. You know, like when a child's learning to write or say their ABCs or identify colors, the parents, the adults in their lives are saying like, okay, let's go over your colors. Let me hear you count. Let me hear you say your numbers, whatever, right? And then there comes a point where the child just says it automatically and they don't have to go over it all the time with the like, I don't go up to my like a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old and say, okay, tell me the colors. Like, no, they know. We don't have to keep going over it. But I still have to remind myself, Robin, you don't live by fear. Anywhere it shows up, you got to kill that thing. And don't be cute. Kill it. Kill it. You find out, you know, you care too much about people's opinions, you got to just address that. Kill that, you know, like, but it's so good. It's so good. I'm so grateful to God because he wants us to not be fearful. The Bible says over and over, fear not. Like, don't be afraid. I'm with you. I'll never leave you. Like, it gives so many assurances about who God is and like why we should be confident in what we're doing and in our relationship with him. So we don't have to even give in to fear. So all that to say, fear is not your friend. And yeah, this is the year for dreaming big. And every other year after that is going to be the same thing. We're going forward. And I'm excited. So thank you for coming along. I'm working on making these videos shorter. So anything else I have, I'll save it for another one. But thanks for watching.